Hi, it's Bill Umansky, the owner of the Umansky Law Firm. I know you're settled in with your assigned attorney on your case, but I wanted to check in because it's my understanding that you might be eligible and are actually accepted into a diversion or intervention program. So what is an intervention or diversion program? It's simply a program that if you get in, complete certain conditions, you can get your charges reduced or even dropped. And that's great because if you don't have any prior convictions, you might be able to seal or expunge your record. So now that you've gotten in and you're getting ready for that program, you might be feeling a little anxious. Here's some tips so you know what to expect and how you can get off on the right foot and get through this program. So tip 1, dress nicely. Business casual or business professional, it doesn't matter as long as you look good. Your diversion officer will appreciate the effort that you made. Tip 2, your lawyer may have asked you to complete certain classes before you even get into the program. If you have, great. Bring in proof that you've completed the class. Could be DUI, theft, drugs, or anything else. Make sure you bring in the certificate. You'll stand out from the other people that never did anything at all. Tip 3, they're going to ask you for an emergency contact number, and you may not want to give it. After all, you don't want to tell anyone you might have gotten in trouble, but you got to give an emergency contact number. Why? If you get sick, or you get out of the country, or you're away on business, and they're trying to reach you, and they can't get in touch with you, they could violate you and get you out of the program. So if there's someone you trust, make sure you give them a good emergency contact number. Tip 4, make sure that you do everything in writing with your diversion officer. Why? They are overworked and you want to make sure you protect yourself. So if you complete a class and you have to email that to them, make sure you don't just mail it off without any documentation. Email and write a letter saying, I completed this program, please have it for your records, and more importantly, save it for your own. That way, if there's ever an issue, you could show your diversion officer or your lawyer you've completed those things in a timely fashion. Tip 5, one of the conditions usually related to your intervention diversion program is not to do any drugs. Well, if you're on prescription medicine, I would suggest that you bring a list of your prescriptions, a copy of them as well, and give them to your diversion officer. That way, if they give you a drug test and one of those pop up, you'll have the prescription in hand so that they won't violate you and kick you out. Tip 6, you're going to probably be drug tested for illegal substances, and you might be scared and worried that you've been using and you may show up. That's not an excuse not to keep your meeting. If it's your first meeting and they drug test you, you're probably not going to get thrown out. They probably will, however, give you additional drug counseling and classes. However, if you got a window before that first meeting, make sure you're not using illicit drugs or substances, and make sure that if you have, you can get yourself cleaned out. So I hope these tips have been helpful. I hope you're a little less anxious now. And just remember, if you get in this program and complete it, what's great is the charges are going to get dropped or reduced, and you might be able to get it off your record. So let's be hopeful. Let's get through the program and make sure that you listen to our tips because we're only here for you. Everyone deserves a second chance.